Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a lot. Hey guys, what's up? It's imuRgency and welcome back to my channel. Today, we are here to talk about something that just recently happened. If you have not been on the internet in the past 24 to 48 hours and do not know about the whole Will Smith situation, we're basically gonna be talking about that like pretty much the rest of the internet. But specifically in this video, we're gonna be talking about what it really means. Like, what's the implication? Like, I feel like a lot of people are like, oh my God, Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. Oh yeah, spoiler alert, if you didn't know what this is about, didn't see like the clip that played before this, that's what happened. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars after Chris Rock made a really insensitive joke about Jada, Will Smith's wife. And I'm really not here to discuss who's in the right and who's in the wrong, because I feel like that's simply just not what we're here for. What we are here for though is to talk about what exactly this moment in pop culture means. And I feel like this discourse has a little bit of nuance to it that I kind of want to get into, and just how respectability politics is just ingrained in everywhere we go as Black people and other people of color. So if you're new to the channel, like pop culture commentary, show reviews, character analysis, trope analysis, basically everything TV and pop culture and media, then make sure to hit that subscribe button because that would be cool. And leave a like on this video because that actually does help out a bunch. And follow me on my socials here at imuRgency because I'm desperately trying to do things there. Yeah, okay, so to start off, let's talk respectability politics. First off, what are respectability politics? According to dictionary.com, respectability politics are defined as a set of beliefs holding that conformity to prescribed mainstream standards of appearance and behavior will protect a person who is a part of a marginalized group, especially a Black person, from prejudices and systematic injustices. In layman's terms, and how that's applied like in society, is act twice as good, don't make mistakes, and you will be possibly maybe treated as everyone else in society. And if for whatever reason you don't, then you're gonna be scrutinized and punished twice as hard. And for some added fun and pressure, you'd be f***ing it up for the entire Black community. So yeah, you can see how respectability politics don't necessarily, como se dice, benefit anyone in any real way. But don't be fooled. Respectability politics are upheld literally everywhere, more so with like the older generation of like Black people and people of color, like just really trying your hardest to like assimilate, not make mistakes, and just be as palatable as possible, you know? So like in the corporate world, like dulling yourself down, not using a lot of slang or like AAVE, making sure your hair is always done so that you don't look unkept or unprofessional, and I guess in this case, making sure that you don't punch another Black person on national TV. And I feel like this whole thing is so much more interesting because I feel like up until now, the Smiths were one of those families that like really upheld like the whole respectability politics thing. I feel like recently they've been getting into a lot of controversy just because of like marriage troubles and stuff like that. I just feel like the Smiths were like one of those families that were like ideal Black families, you know, like one of the Obamas or like the Knowles family, or really any other successful Black family that kind of just minds their own business, does their thing, and just shows up and smiles. Which brings us back to this current situation between Will Smith and Chris Rock, where I'm seeing a lot of discourse about people saying how the whole situation is bad not only for the two of them, but also the Black community as a whole, because it was done, for one, on national television, and two, at the Oscars, which historically is not like a BIPOC friendly space. Like, it's literally the award show known for like historically snubbing, ignoring, and just looking over Black talent and other talent of color. And it's not until recently that the Oscars has actually started acknowledging this talent of color. So there's this whole fear of like, oh my God, they did that on national television, the Oscars are never gonna invite or like highlight Black talent or them again because it's just gonna look bad for all of us. And while yes, I can understand how that works in like the whole scheme of like respectability politics, for one, in just the term of Oscars, no, or not entirely, because from the Oscars point of view, the Oscars benefited from this, let's be honest. Last year, 2021, the Oscars had their lowest ratings ever, and Lord knows because of this little scandal that their numbers are going up and up and up. I'm not saying that the Oscars is gonna become like the VMAs where that's like fully based on like shock factor, but this definitely didn't hurt. And at the end of the day, the whole thing about respectability politics is that they actually just never work, because no matter how good or no matter how well you try and like blend in with society or like try and be like a model minority, the second you mess up, or even before you mess up, you're still just ultimately going to be viewed in society as a member of your race. Like, I don't know how else to say it, like respectability politics just does not work. And to that whole discourse is just pointing out the injustices that are already going on. Like, for one, they should just be handled at most as like an individual issue, not like a general race issue, because it's really not fair to treat these individual Black entertainers as like the representative and monolith of the entire Black community and represent their race entirely for their actions, because no one does that for when white entertainers act up, and they do it so often. Like back to the VMAs again, when MGK and Conor McGregor got into their whole fight, like, was that full? So I really just don't think it's fair to conflate those two things. But then again, you know, this is America. no gamesmanship. And when have things ever been fair? So there's also a point there, I guess. But overall, I think this conversation is really interesting. I just wanted to add my 2 cents into the discourse. Again, in terms of who was right in this whole situation, I don't really care. It's just common practice to like not publicly joke about your friend's chronic illness that they've been very vocal about on national television. But you know, to each their own. Overall, I just feel like regardless of how next year's Oscars is going to look like or future award shows, it's really important that we keep an eye on how respectability politics and just general monolithic thinking is affecting the entertainment industry and will continue to affect the entertainment industry, and that we call it out when we see it. Because if next year's Oscars is a little bit wider or a lot wider than this year's Oscars, we're gonna have bigger issues than this slap. But that's gonna be it for this video, y'all. I know it's a short video, but I just want to add my little 2 cents to the conversation, and now I want to hear from you. What do you think about the Will Smith situation that happened at the Oscars, respectability politics, all that? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, if you're new to the channel, then hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so that you never miss when I post. Leave a like on this video, follow me on socials, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.